Good morning, everyone. I haven't had much sleep, and I just wanted to get on here and update everyone on what is going on. And I'm really going to try really hard to hold my composure and not get angry, because there are some people still talking. And before I say what is going on, I want everyone to know I'm not getting on here to say, look at me, okay? I'm not getting on here for this community that I live in and that Robert lives in. Because I would say there are a lot of people in this community that we live in that don't really care what happens to him. These lives that I'm doing are for y'all that do care. Family, friends that aren't close by, that I can't answer messages because I'm getting 50 million of them. Okay, that's an over-exaggeration. All right? But it just seems that way. If I'm not getting messages on Messenger, I'm getting text messages. If I'm not getting text messages, I'm getting Voxer messages. For people that do care and people that do want to know. From my church, from my family, from friends that we have known for many, many years and are not in close contact with. This community can kiss my butt. Not all of you. I apologize for that. Those that want to talk nasty and tell me not to do lives because it's not putting me in a good light. You know what? I don't care if I'm in a good light or not. Because I am who I am. I'm a very straightforward person. And I am probably one of the most honest persons you'll meet. And people that know me will vouch for me on that. Okay? But this ain't about me. This ain't about me. I don't care what you say about me. It does not matter. You are not going to hurt me. No one can hurt me. I'll put it that way. You might be able to kill me, but you won't be able to hurt me. You want to know why? Because this lady right here has been through so much heartache and pain in her life that I'm probably one of the strongest people you will ever meet. Tyler knows that. Love you, Tyler. Anyway, this is about Robert. And Robert is not doing well. He is not waking up. Every 4 hours, they try to wake him up. They take him off sedation. His breathing gets real heavy, and they have to put him back on sedation. Because with him breathing so hard, he's fighting the machine that he's on. And he could stop breathing altogether. It could also cause another aneurysm. For those of you that don't know, this is a very, very serious situation. Most people that have a brain aneurysm don't survive. The next 21 days are very critical. Sorry, my teeth are giving me problems this morning. Very critical and very crucial. And I have been doing everything I can to keep a smile on my face and hold things together. And it's not easy. The man has been with us since 2001, if not prior to that. I can't remember exactly what year we met. He is family, not just a friend, not just a fly-by-night person. My kids, grandkids, which I call my kids, call him Papa. And I call them my kids because I raised them. I'm having to get rides back and forth to the hospital, which I don't have a problem with. We are the only people he has. He has no one else. I want y'all to understand that. And the hospital is doing everything they can to work with us on things that need to be done. There is things that can happen. One of them is that he just doesn't wake up. And basically he'll be kept on the life support, the breathing, for however long. So long as he has brain activity and he is breathing some on his own, which he is breathing some on his own, they cannot, as far as I know at this point, take him off life support, even if he's in a vegetative state, unless there's someone to sign for it. And I can't even sign for it, and to be totally honest, I don't know if I could do that. Now, if he does become brain dead, then they can. He's not brain dead. The man is still alive. And I'm praying for a miracle. And I'm asking y'all do too. So, let's get really blunt. And let me tell you exactly what can happen. First of all, he may not wake up. Secondly, because of the pressure from the blood on his brain that the aneurysm caused, and the surgery of repairing the aneurysm, he could not only have another aneurysm, which could kill him, because it takes time for that blood to dissipate. So there's still pressure on the brain. And that could be one of the reasons why he's not waking up. And I'm not going to answer any questions right now, but I will try to get back to everyone. It's been like really crazy. So many people messaging and sending their love. We are so blessed to have y'all. I gotta hold it together. Another thing that can happen, I don't want to get off topic because I've got to get ready to go up to the hospital. I have someone picking me up at 10:30, and I haven't even gotten ready yet. I'm still wearing yesterday's clothes. This is how I went to bed last night. I don't know the terminology for it, but I can explain it the way it was explained to me. He could have these muscle spasms in his brain, kind of like a Charlie horse, but more severe, that can close off the blood vessels in his brain because of the pressure that's already there. With that happening, it could kill him, or he could suffer brain damage if it doesn't. The next 21 days, they have to watch for this. They have to monitor his brain activity. They have to measure whatever it is they measure, okay? Like I said, I'm not a doctor or anything like that, so I can't give you the terminology. Another thing that can happen is he can develop pneumonia, like my friend Lourdes's friend has developed, and she's going through the same thing. So please pray for her as well. I don't have her name. But my friend Lourdes, I don't know how to say her last name. I want to say it right. Penate or Penate. Her friend has developed pneumonia. She had an aneurysm. And it's from the tube, the breathing tube that they put in the throat. That's normally what causes it. If they don't take that out in time and do a trach, which is what they're going to be doing with Robert, they're going to do a trach on him. It can cause infection. It can cause pneumonia. Numerous things can happen. They also have to move the feeding tube into his stomach rather than down his throat. He is on a feeding tube. He is on the breathing. He is on a line for his poop because right now it's runny and they want to keep him clean I'm trying to think if I'm telling y'all everything because I want to keep you as up to date as I possibly can. And it's way too much to write out. That's why I'm doing these lives. Not for any other reason. And I don't have to justify anything. I don't even have to do this. Okay? But I know that most of you care. And I'm doing this for Robert, and I'm doing this for you because I know that he wants you to know. And I know that you want to know, and I don't want to keep people in the dark. So let these people talk. Let them talk. I really don't care. I don't care what they think of me because I am a child of God. God knows my heart. God knows the truth. And I only have to answer to him. I don't have to answer to you or anybody else. So let me let you know that right now. Okay? For all of you who think you're high and mighty, I don't have to answer to anyone but God. And there will come a time where you will have to answer to God. And I hope when that time comes that you have hit your knees and asked forgiveness for your past history. Because I know I certainly have. And I know I certainly have to ask forgiveness on a daily basis because I am no saint. And I have never, ever sat here and led anyone to believe that I am a saint. And I have said this more than one time. There are none perfect. And every knee will bow. Every knee. Not just one, not just two. Not just the ones that are saved. Every knee. Look it up in the Bible. It's there. And you will be judged by the measure that you judge others. And I really try not to judge people because I don't want to be judged by that measure. Maybe you do, but I don't. So you want to talk about me? Talk about me. You want to talk about Robert? Talk about Robert. But I'm going to ask you this. What if it was someone that you loved? What if it was your family member? And people did this to you? Would that not get you angry? You're going to tell me I don't have a right to be angry? I do. But I'm not going to judge you. That's up to God. I hope and I pray Robert pulls through this. Again, I don't know if he will. I'm not God. Only God knows. I can only pray that he will. And if you're just now jumping on, go back and watch the beginning. Because I explained to you exactly what is going on and I don't want to repeat it. Again, there's just so many things that can happen, infections and everything else. And they have got him on numerous antibiotics. They've got him highly sedated. They've got his blood pressure at a little bit of a higher level. And I cannot remember why they told me they did that. But there's a reason for it. And if I remember it, I will tell you. Something to do with the brain activity. That's all I know. That's all I can remember. They fed me with so much information yesterday that I can't even comprehend it all. Because I'm not in my normal state of mind. And then I've got the two girls that don't understand. And Elizabeth, I homeschool her, and I've even been putting that off. And it is what it is. But I have to take her down to my sister-in-law's house in a little while, and she's going to watch her when a lady from church comes and picks me up to take me to the hospital. At 12 or 12:30, they will be... Can't think of the word now, and I just said it. they will be taking him off sedation again. And I will be at the hospital at this time. And I'm hoping if he hears my voice when they do it, he'll calm down. His breathing rate will be slow. And he'll wake up. That's what I'm hoping and praying for. I'm hoping and praying that he comes home to us. And he may never be the same, even if he does. They don't know at this point if there's any brain damage or anything. They don't know. And they won't know. They don't know if there's any paralysis until he wakes up. Because he had a stroke as well. He is responding to, like, pain if they pinch him or poke him, stuff like that. Not in his left arm, though. Left arm. I touched my left arm. Like I said, he is breathing some on his own. And the machine shows that. You can see it's got a yellow ridge on the top. And this is how they explained it to me. There's a yellow ridge on the top of each one of the pulses, of each one of the breaths. If that turns red, that means the machine is taken over. The only time I've seen it turn red, and not all of them have turned red, is when he tries to breathe too hard. And see, that's what happens. When he tries to breathe too hard, the machine wants to take over. And that's what they don't want to happen. So, anyway, that is really about it, y'all. There's nothing else to tell at this point. Just keep praying. And I've got to call my church. And I've got to update them and let them know what's going on. I've been keeping in contact with them on a daily basis. And they're putting updates on Church on the Lake page, I believe. I haven't even been to the Church on the Lake page to even look myself. And there is also a friend of mine has set up a GoFundMe for building materials to get Robert an add-on for the house. Those of you that don't know, I've been offered to rent, to move from here and rent. Well, that's all really, really sweet, and I want y'all to know I thank you very much. But what you don't know is that all of this is paid for. We don't pay rent. If we had to pay rent, we wouldn't even meet our bills. And we don't meet our bills most of the time. I am constantly having to carry them over to the next month. So, a GoFundMe account has been set up. A friend of mine did it. And for building materials to do Robert an add-on. And also to help with gas money and expenses while I'm down there at the hospital and that sort of thing. If people want to donate, fine. If you don't want to, that's fine too.
Love you.
I didn't want to do this. You know, love you too, baby. Where are you going? It's not time yet.
I know, but I want to go see my Aunt Debbie.
I don't want you to go down there too early because then she's not going to want to do it tomorrow if I need to.
Okay.
I don't want you bothering her, okay?
Is it almost time, though?
In just a little bit. Okay. So anyway, I've got Elizabeth to tend to right now, and I've got to get myself ready. So I'm going to get off of here, and I'll try to answer y'all back. Keep praying, y'all. Keep praying. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for caring. Those of you that do care. And for those of you that don't, and those of you that want to talk badly, God bless y'all. Because God loves you too.